What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick 50, one half of GMT Boxing. What is going on, everybody? Oh my God, I have to admit something. For everybody who just saw me live, and halfway through my audio went out, I went mute. And I think I accidentally hit the button, but I don't even remember having my hand over there. So I'm gonna decide to go ahead and redo the whole thing and just make a video out of it and try to make it speedy. But before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are a small channel. We are steady growing, and I appreciate everybody who has already punched that subscribe button. You hear me? I really appreciate that. Also hit that like button. That helps the channel go a long way. All right. Second, please go to SLK50 TV. I will be going back live. GMT podcast will be back in effect over that way on February 26th. All right. Third, I would like to give props to, oh snap, did I write it in there? Oh my God, I don't think I put it in the description. But anyway, the Fight is Right Boxing Podcast, giving them all props for getting Mark Breland out of that man cave and giving the one of the best interviews of the year I've seen. Shout out to also the name of the channel. Let me say this first, is Stamina for Sale, so you can look it up by that. And the name of the boxing podcast is the Fight is Right Boxing Podcast. All right. Shout out to Spencer Fearon. All right, and I hope I'm saying your last name right. Spencer Fearon, during the live, he popped in and asked me to make sure I give credit to what credit is due. He didn't say it like that. He was very nice in his comment, and I want to just say I'm a big fan, man, and I really appreciate it. All right, that you even popped in. Most people won't even pop in, you know. I always give credit to my videos, fam. Always, never stealing, always paying homage. All right. Like I said, I hope you hit that sub button too, man. That'd be dope. But anyway, we're gonna keep on moving. I think how many minutes I'm in already? 2 minutes. I think I'm doing better than last time. So let's go ahead. We're going to start this off right now. We're going to set this up. All right, now. Let's make sure all the audio is right, since I messed that up last time. You feel me? But no, I'm going to quit playing. Let's go ahead. Mr. Mark Breland speaks. Now, I have timestamps. I'm not playing their entire interview by any means. The entire interview is I think it's 2 hours, but I gotta give credit, dude. They didn't just jump right into Deontay Wilder. They got into his history. You learned that he's a 2-time welterweight champion, 5 times Golden Gloves. You learned that he was an Olympic gold medalist. He was alongside Pernell Whitaker. You need to watch the interview. You learn a whole lot more, man. I mean, dude, it was dope. Super dope. But let's go. Like I said, make sure audio right. Whew. Excuse me, y'all. Let's go.
Silence, you've held yourself like a true champion thus far.
Oh, I mean, I appreciate that, but you know, my own thing with Deontay, that's a part of boxing, I guess. But,
Yes.
Here's a guy just, we'll see how well his career is done now. So I'm done. He's done. I'm done with him.
Now you hear that? His career is done. He done. I'm done. And ain't no coming back neither. That's what that means. Don't come get me now. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took it. Like, you fired me. It is what it is. And everybody know he did not deserve to be fired off all them stupid accusations. Like, seriously, the one dude who cared. Makes no sense.
I love it. Spence, hold on. Before we ask you some questions on that matter, Matt McKenzie, thank you for the donations again. He says the little fundamentals that Wilder does have, he hasn't been using in his last 2 fights, but more so relying on his power. What's up with that, Mark? What do you think about that, Mark? You know, Matt McKenzie says that Deontay's been relying too much on his power in the last 2 fights and not really dealing with the fundamentals. What do you have to say about that?
Well, one thing I like to say is that, okay, he's got a lot of power. That's all. And I wish him well, and that's it.
Serious.
Only got his power. We'll see how far that takes him.
Ooh. Now, come on, now. Marbury just trying to get spicy real quick, man. You trying to get a little spicy over there talking about all he got is power. We gonna see how far that take him. And I've been saying that, man. A lot of people call him a one-trick pony, or whatever, things like that. And it was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time somebody catch up with him. But at the same time, I do hope Deontay come back. He's great for the sport. He makes the sport exciting. So he does contribute to the sport where people think he does or not. But I do feel what Mark Breland is saying.
That's all I want to say.
Yes. Right. But one thing for you, sir, is I have to commend you, just as what Tundi has said. It's like, what was it? Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. And the mere fact that you've done that, then I've got a props that. And not only that, because if that's me, and I know what Americans like, I know there's going to be legal proceedings going on. We don't have to elaborate.
The questions which everybody wants to hear, and they want to hear you. And I feel that we're giving you this platform where, and especially when the Americans seem.
It didn't mess up, y'all. I had to skip ahead, trying to keep it short as possible for you guys.
Some of the stuff I'm hearing from the American press and fans is really out of this world. What can you say about? Do you think there's going to be a Wilder v Fury 3?
Honestly, I don't care.
Yeah. Listen, Spence.
If it never happens, no problem.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But have you got anything to say against these allegations of you spiking waters and stuff like that? Because for me, I know even if you don't care about the matter, it's still defamatory to your image. And the reason why we've given this platform is so that the people hear you. I want to hear you. I know you don't care about, because I'm the same. I wouldn't care about Wilder, but I would defend myself. And I feel that you should defend yourself. And what you feel about this man saying that he spiked your water.
I mean, so many people know me. My character speaks for itself. A lot of people know me.
Yes.
Spiking water. And if you're looking at the tapes or whatever and stuff like that, you'll never see the water in my hand, basically.
Facts.
Somebody else will give me water. And regardless of that,
I want to speak on that too, man. Like I was saying before when I was doing a live version of this, that it's just like football. I know it's people who say they watch football. They don't really watch football. They just watch the quarterback throw the ball. They're not even watching the field so they can see what's going on. And then when the ref make a call, they be like, "Oh, that's fake, man. How did he just call that? How would you know? You just watching the quarterback. You watching the obvious." And boxing is the same thing, man. We know they're going to go in there and throw punches, man. Pay attention to other things and the variables, what they're doing in the ring. And also, when it's time to go back in the corner, pay attention to what's going on in that corner. It's that simple, man. Like I tell everybody, become a boxing fan before you become a fan of a boxer. And you'll understand it a whole lot more. Let's continue.
I'm not there. I'm there to help you, not, get you hurt.
And let the people know, how long have you been working with Deontay Wilder?
My attitude is, when you win, I win.
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
When you win, I win. That's the mentality all of us need to have regardless. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. That's the subject for GMT podcast on Slick 50 TV. Go subscribe, because that's coming soon. Still drop videos over there, so check them out.
That's the bottom line. When you win, I win. Listen, I'm saying Easy Band says JD's had the water. You never had the water. JD's had the water. So again, that's even ludicrous to say such a thing.
Well, you got people. I've seen some foolish people talk to me about that fight. And I'm like, come on now. If I'm fool, only foolish people come with stuff like that because it's crazy. Because if you know me, you know me.
So tell me, how long was you working with Deontay?
Say that again, I'm sorry?
How long have you been working with Deontay, or was you working with Deontay prior to the last fight?
Oh, man. The last night,
How many? No, but how many years?
I was with him since he turned pro.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
And nothing happened except, and that's the only thing that happened after that. Once, see, some people can't take a loss.
Yes.
You lose, you lose. You lose stuff. Now, when you lose, don't blame everybody. Look at, go back and think about it yourself.
You heard that? When you lose, but don't blame nobody else. Get up and look at yourself. Man, that speaks volumes. That's beyond the ring. You know what I mean? That's beyond the ring. Bruh, he's speaking all wisdom here, man. I hope y'all picking up these jewels. I promise you.
Yes. And there was let me big up Rain71, who's made a donation of £15. Thank you very much, Rains. Really appreciate it. Big up, Rains. What do you think about this whole situation with Tyson Fury cheating with his gloves? Did you see that at any point?
If he did, I mean, which I doubt it very much. I don't know. I've never seen that. But still, at the same time, he's not going to beat Tyson Fury. Regardless.
There you have it, bro. And I've been saying that since the first fight, but it is what it is. Now I think he kind of knew, man, but hey, it is what it is. Like I said, they gonna beat him, man.
That's what I love to hear. That's what the fans want to hear.
Thank you for the JD's was standing right there when the man was in his hands, right? Now, if you put something in there, either Jay's blind or.
This is what I would say. You know how strict it is in America, Ton. I've had fighters fight out there. You've had fighters fight out there, right? And when your hands are being wrapped, right?
Everybody's there.
Everybody's there. State commission's there. So you're saying the state commission was in with it as well? Are you saying that Jay Diaz, the guy who's really from the amateur days, he was in it as well? Because something like that, you can't hide that away from the guys.
No.
Right? Unless the Copperfield.
I mean, Jay's right there when he's in his hands, right? And he didn't say nothing.
Now, see, I like how Spence had asked him that question. He was like, so you said Jay was in there? Because to clarify that, people try to say that, oh, Jay probably wasn't there, probably, who knows, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, was you watching? Like, what's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? The only question I wish they would have asked in this interview, how did, maybe he would have known, you know what I'm saying? How did they end up getting those last minute pair of gloves, Deontay Wilder? I would like to know the answer to that, but I digress. But anyway, excuse me. I digress from my point. I'm glad they made that clear to let everybody know JD's was right there. So, like I said, he had to be blind to not see something go in the glove or whatnot. It just makes no sense, the excuses that Wilder fans be making. Or some of these commentators, YouTube commentators.
Mark,
and let me tell you, like I said, to be honest, that's how much he knows about boxing. Hell, you probably could put an elephant in there. He didn't know.
He's just joking on him. He said he could have put an elephant there, he wouldn't know. It just shows how much he know about boxing. See what I'm saying? Like, who knows the relationship between Joe Dees and Mark Breland? I wonder, did they really have a legit friendship, or was it a working friendship? You feel me? That would be nice to know. Make sure y'all watch the entire podcast over there, y'all, on Stamina for Sale. All right? Go over there and watch the Fight is Right Boxing podcast. Check this out.
Come on. Because Mr. Breland, I remember.
After you finish watching this one, though.
I remember. I was in the corner with Derek Chisora against.
Oh, that is it. All right, yeah, we at the end. Yeah, we at the end of this. Like, I ain't got no more timestamps. I mean, it's tons of other great stuff here. I just didn't want my live podcast to be too long, and I definitely now I'm doing a rerun of it. You know, a retake. I definitely want this to be shorter than what that was. So, like I said, man, you hear it out the horse's mouth. I was told something before, and it make a lot of sense. And it came from a guy that I once respected and don't have too much for now. And I'll be honest with you, but just because you don't have respect for somebody don't mean they can't speak the truth sometimes. He can't help the way you take something that he's speaking. In other words, all he can do is say something. How you receive it is how you receive it. He can't change your mind or whatever. So my advice is take it out the horse's mouth the way it's being spoke. Don't take it and twist it up and make these different narratives and all of these things. That makes no sense. You understand? All right. This your boy Slick 50, man, for GMT Boxing. And I'm up out of here, y'all. Don't forget to go over to SLK50TV and hit the subscribe button. The return is coming on February 26th. Also, make sure you go check out Stamina for Sale on YouTube. That's where the Fight is Right Boxing podcast is held at, and you can find this full entirety of 2 hours. The name of it is Mark Breland, Olympic gold medalist, former trainer of Deontay Wilder, joins on Fight is Right Live. Make sure you check that out. Yeah, and I believe that's it. Shout out to Spence. Phil, I hope I'm saying your last name right, brother, but I'm a big fan of y'all show, man, and thank you for popping in, all right? We up out of here. Deuces.